Hey everybody, we're going to go over today the 1RM bench test. Okay, we're not going to go through technique, that would be a separate video, and we're also not going to go around all the reasons why you would do this test and who for. We're just going to assume that you have a purpose for this test, that it's valid, reliable, and corresponds to the field of play that you're utilizing it for. We're also assuming the athlete knows what they're doing and can repeat performance to some degree with efficiency. So we'll just go through some of the basic steps of the bench press here testing. First thing I would consider is the conditions that you're doing the test in. For me right now, I'm in a garage gym and I'm utilizing everything I can to do to stay warm during the winter and everything to stay cool during the summer. So sometimes I need a 5 to 10 minute general warm up on the bike, and sometimes it is hot in here and don't need to do anything. The other thing to consider for conditions is what time of day you're doing the test in. If you're training your athletes or testing your athletes at 6 in the morning, they may need more of a warm up than if they're training or testing at 6 p.m. at night. Okay, so after the general warm up, we want to go right into the exercise we're going to test. And in general, we're going to do about 10% jumps, and we're going to do 1 to 5 reps at each jump. Again, we're assuming that the technical proficiency is good enough to repeat. So using some kind of dynamic force against the bar on each rep is encouraged, though we don't want to lose any stability or balance. Okay, so another thing, we want to try to get to our max within about 3 to 5 sets once we go over about 85 to 90% of our 1RM, our current 1RM. We want to be using a spotter. It's also been shown in the evidence that a spotter can increase our 1RM as opposed to not having one. We want to use clips. We want to use a power rack if necessary with safeties on it. You want to try to promote as much safety as you can in the weight room, obviously, and to avoid injury. Just a couple bonus tips today from me to you from years of bench pressing and testing 1RMs. If you're interested in testing your own 1RM and trying to improve on it, a couple things I would try. One would be utilizing a dynamic effort method on a warm-up, something like a 10 by 3 or an 8 to 10 by 3 at about 50% using max volition or some kind of compensatory acceleration technique where we're really trying to explode into the bar as fast as we can, and then proceed to work up to a single after that. And I guarantee you'll probably overreach your single that you've ever done. The other thing to utilize would be some post-activation potentiation. This would be something like adding 10 to 20% of some band tension, like those over there. I don't know if you can see them, at around 90%. Okay, and so that's going to overload the top a little bit, and the bottom should be pretty similar. And I would utilize that again at like 90%, hit a single, and then work up to some 5 to 10 pound PR right after that. So the other thing would be heavy holds in case you don't have bands, going 10 to 20% over your current 1RM, taking it out and holding it over your chest for around 5 to 10 seconds, racking it, and then resting 3 to 5 minutes, and then taking your potential new 1 rep max thereafter. So that's it. Thanks, class.